As TV branding kind of fuses into digital, what Eyeview does is we kind of take it into the next step, use all the technologies that digital has to offer and personalize video advertising. And we want to make sure that we're just not showing one ad to the world, to a certain demo. What we do is we take it the next step and personalize video advertising, making sure the right ad gets to the right person at the right time. And we make sure that that actually is proving to lift actual sales.
So, I mean, where are marketers right now? Where does video fit into the bigger media mix and the ecosystem in general?
Yeah, I think we're in very early stages of TV extending into digital. You know, it's if you think of display, we're kind of like early 2000s. Of video, it's still a small portion, but it's getting bigger. We've seen some announcement in the last month or two on how even the agencies are pushing brands to spend more out of TV into digital video, which I think is great for the industry. So I think it's very early stages right now. Brands and their agencies are trying to figure out how they're gonna deal with kind of the first problems, automate processes, make sure the ads are viewable, make sure we can scale, make sure we're getting the right metrics. And right before the next stage where, you know, what I think search and display already are, which is this optimized, is this driving performance? Should I be doing more than just copying the TV model online? So I think we're kind of at the first step of something that's gonna, you know, grow and we have a lot more to grow into maturity. It's very early stages.
So when we talk about sort of the Eyeview as, you know, as a solution, like what does optimization mean? Is it data-driven optimization? Is it creative optimization? Like what problems are you guys solving for brands?
Yeah, I think the first step is we copy the TV models. So we got this one ad, we're trying to get to a specific demo, hit them a few times, therefore GRP. Now, when we use digital, Eyeview kind of takes it to the next step. So everything is data-driven. So what do we know about the consumer? What do we know that the brand, what messages does the brand have to say? And then we help the brands bring all their messaging, all their story, all their prices, all their deals, all their different creatives, all the content that they have. And then we understand who the audience is. We create hundreds of thousands of personalized messages, and then we find the right person that we know something about. He's not just like a 25 to 45-year-old, you know, $100,000 income, but he is a previous shopper that, you know, looked for shoes, and then we fit the right message that we know will work better. So it's all data-driven, it's programmatic creative, and it's bottom line performance measurement, so seeing that our spend literally lifts sales. Going back to what we talked before, the industry is kind of now like, was my ad viewed and did it reach scale? But the more we work with our brands, especially in our verticals, auto, retail, travel, QSR, telecom, you know, shopper marketing, they want to see lift in sales. So we have here today brands from retail, Walmart, auto, Land Rover and Mercedes-Benz, and in entertainment. So each one of them they want to measure a real impact. So in auto, were there more test drives, bookings? Did people reach the dealerships? In entertainment, we're working on actual people adding a show to their DVR. So there's a clear ROI, like people that we've reached have 30% more recorded the show. And in retail, which is actually the most advanced vertical regarding offline sales, it is a literal study of the lift in credit card swipes at the store. And we use partners, some of the stuff we do ourselves, some we use partners to literally connect between an impression and that impression going into the store and swiping their card and seeing the lift between people who haven't seen our ads.
So let's take one vertical in particular. You've done a lot with automotive, and I've seen, and I mean, I have to say, having seen your creative, it's just incredible how the product has matured over the last 12 months. The creative looks beautiful. So let's talk about automotive, right? Different colors, different vehicles.
Yeah.
What's the business logic, like the platform determining how to deliver what ad at what time? Like how does that work, and then how do you thread that needle into measurable conversion?
Yeah, so it's a good question. So there are a lot of similarities between a lot of brands. They're all a bit different, but they're all trying to drive towards either arrival to a dealership, a purchase, or some sort of engagement activity. So there are limited amount of levers that we can kind of pull. There is the colors of the car. There are different creative elements to the car. Is it fast? Is it is it fuel efficient? Then there's the dealers, and then there's prices. So we take all that content, different creatives, different prices. We create all the potential variables, and then we take all the audience data that we have, either first party from the brand or data that we've gathered and our partners. And the Video IQ, which is our platform, as it's running impression, it sees from what message, from what match between an audience and a creative, has there been more arrivals to the store? Has there been more post-impression activity, meaning people came to the site and downloaded the brochure? So you start seeing a lot of patterns regarding at what location is best to provide a map. If they're 1 mile away from the dealer, maybe they know it. If they're 10 miles, maybe the map is bigger. Maybe it's in the beginning. Maybe it's all about that. Is pricing an issue? What color works for which demo? So that's actually a lot of the data that the brands already have. So they've been running color difference in print. They've been doing it in display. So we take all that knowledge and fit it in and just see what works.
So it sounds to me like with the Video IQ product, there's a continuous optimization that's occurring, that you're continuously using the data to make the inventory perform better.
Yes, okay. Exactly. And we take those learnings, we put them in the next campaign, we build kind of solutions that scale across, across brands that work. And as you said, we constantly, from the campaign start till campaign end, we see a big lift in the beginning because we personalize, but then also at least like 30 to 80% of like learnings implemented through the campaign, which doesn't really exist in TV-like model. You just have this ad and you just run it. Video as a tool is very different. Search, you got to click, display, maybe a click, maybe an immediate reaction. You can really in real time optimize. So no one wants to click a video. It's just on the way to see your content. So you need it to give, if it's sales, you need to give kind of a 60 to 90 days, so the impact is not immediate. And for any website activity, we have like a week circle back for our findings. It's not real time, and just to understand that, click don't matter, engagement don't, it has nothing to do with the actual sales, and putting different algorithms is, something unique that we kind of invented and show our brands it works. This event is called Beyond Impressions, and we're having these events across the country. And the idea of Beyond Impression is that if you kind of take the TV model and just put it online and you're measuring, was there an impression, whether it be viewable or not, that's like the amount of what we do today. We try to push the industry into using the full depth of the digital abilities. So, customizing the message and targeting and data and offline performance. So Beyond the Impression is a series of events that we do across the country. We had 2 in New York and 1 in Chicago this year. We're going to do a lot more next year. And we're bringing in our brands, agency customers and non-customers and media partners to kind of talk about how they are pushing the limit with their brands or agency. How do they use data? How do they see the future? So just continuing to, I guess, innovate and push and kind of, push the needle constantly towards using more than just the TV model is what this is about.